Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Interviews from an Undisclosed Location, also known as simply Undisclosed Locations. I'm still your host, Mark Papiani. Undisclosed Locations is a series of podcasts produced by the John Cotton Dana Library at Rutgers University. In this series, I will be talking with my colleagues and co-workers, discussing their positions and jobs at Dana Library and elsewhere within the university. With a bit of coercion, I try to get them to open up a little bit about their personal lives too. Beverages depend on the time of day and whether or not someone cares to indulge. Conversations remain light, but can get a little deep, and as has happened in the past, there's always chance for a few laughs. But don't hold me to that. Today's guest is our most recent addition to the Rutgers family, having been on staff for only 6 weeks before being shut down, the metadata archivist for the Institute of Jazz Studies and our newest friend, Diane Biuonno. Let me get started by usually just saying, Diane Biuonno, thank you for joining us on Undisclosed Locations, Interviews from an Undisclosed Locations, also known as hashtag Undisclosed Locations, or whatever we want to call it these days. But we're doing these series of podcasts. They're strictly audio right now. Once we get back and we get a nice set, as opposed to what you see behind me right now, which is my son's bedroom. Then we'll maybe think about making it into a more formal talk show, if you want to call it that, or something like that. But how are you? How's everything going out there?
Yeah, everything's going pretty well. We went back to the office, as you know.
Yeah.
Or it was like late July, beginning of August.
Okay.
But today I happen to be working from home, so a little change of pace.
But again, so first things first, you're now at the Institute of Jazz Studies, and that's where you actually started from, correct? That's the job you applied for, the position you applied for, and you started there in January.
I started February. It was like February 1st or 2nd.
So you had a full month with us.
Yeah.
A full month, and then everything basically shut down.
Yeah.
So we well, I don't know about other people, but I didn't even get a chance to really know you that well or meet you that well. We usually go out and stuff like that, or have all kinds of chats and talks and stuff in Vinny's office, Adriana's office, whomever. And but why don't you tell us, where you were previously? You're from this area, correct?
Yeah, so I was working in Philadelphia for like a while. I was living there since like 2010. And I moved here like at the here being Newark at the end of January, and then started in February.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as you know, like a month later, we shut down. So, so it's been like kind of a crazy year. Like I moved all my stuff here, and when you move, like I had been living there a while, so I got rid of like the couch and some things that needed to get, you needed to get rid of. And then I'm like, all right, move there, and then I'll get some furniture. So I didn't even get a chance to like go and shop for furniture before everything shut down.
So that's Beyond or Lowe's. You've got a really clean slate to work with. You didn't get a chance to get out to what is it, Pier 1 Imports or anything, or everything shut down? Nothing. So basically,
go ahead.
So for the people at home who don't see this right now, Diane is sitting on a chair against a white background, and that is it. I see the corner of, I think, a pillow. Yeah, okay. And that's all this poor girl has. She has a chair, a wall, and a pillow. So if anybody cares to go to Diane's place of residence right now, drop off some couches, and or beds, sheets, or anything like that, chairs maybe. But go on. You moved here in January?
Yeah, I moved right at the end of January. It was like a small move, Philly to Newark, but it's
Mhm.
still like such a big
Yeah.
change.
And you were in Philly, you said, for 10 years?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it there.
You did?
Loved it. Yeah.
What were you doing there?
So I worked as an archivist at the Historical Society of Pennsylvania,
Mm-hmm.
which is right like in the center city area. And basically their focus is like collections that have to do with the Philadelphia and Pennsylvania area.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a lot of people that look into like genealogy, that they're tracing their family histories.
Yeah.
Um, they have like signed copies, or they have copies, or I'm sorry, let me say that again. They have drafts of the Constitution.
Okay.
They have like Martha Washington's cookbook.
I was going to say her recipes and so forth. Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that was outrageous.
yeah, and like I'm not too good at the baking, so I didn't engage too much in this. But like here, people used to like take the historic recipes
Mm-hmm.
and like bake them
Like,
actually.
use them now. Apply them now.
Yeah, yeah, and
Were
then
they,
bring them to like a potluck at work.
were they any good?
Some of them were interesting, but actually very good.
They actually were okay. Um, but you did you actually get a chance to see the book or handle the book?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Like you see it written. We're not sure if it was written in her hand or somebody else's, but it, it's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, they also had other cool things like, I don't know if you know well, I didn't know who William Still was until I started working there, but William Still, he was uh, an important figure in the Underground Railroad
Mm-hmm.
and have his journal.
Okay.
So it kind of outlines like uh, the people who escaped from slavery,
Okay.
their alias names, where they went to, how they escaped.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so it's pretty cool. They even did a project to digitize it. So they're
Well, once it's digitized, then it's going to be available on this. Where is it right now?
Historical Society of
The,
Pennsylvania.
right. So it'll be on their website, I assume.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in their library. Yeah.
Oh, that's is the Martha Washington cookbook digitized yet?
Uh,
I'm not a chef or anything like that, but
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is, but yeah, if you go to their website, to their digital library and look it up,
okay,
if it's there, it'll appear.
that's cool. And so jump ahead. You were there for 10 years.
No, I was there for a couple of years, and then I started working at University of Pennsylvania
Mm-hmm.
libraries. Um, I worked I worked there for quite a bit of time. I was working on a project called Open, Openn. It's a play like
Okay.
Open,
Open.
and basically it's this website where you can go to and you can download for free all these TIFF files of medieval manuscripts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I know a few people who might be interested in something like that. A couple of them live here in my house. So, yeah.
Yeah, we did
And
this project over there that was really kind of cool. It was a project to digitize all of the medieval manuscripts in the Philadelphia area.
mm-hmm.
So, like the
Some,
Free Library of Philadelphia has like over 200, easily over, but as part of this project, it was something like 200 medieval manuscripts. They have a massive collection. That's the public library in Philadelphia, or the Free Library of Philadelphia.
These manuscripts dealing with, what were they? Articles for public to read, or were they recipes also? Cookbook recipes?
Oh, they range like a whole bunch of different types of materials, but they were super cool. There were books of hours, which are like prayer books, medieval prayer books. There was also like philosophy, religion.
Okay.
Books on like alchemy.
Oh, okay.
That sort of thing. Poems.
Basic literature, medieval, dealing with what year are we talking about? 900, 1000?
Yeah.
AD?
So the manuscripts, I think they ranged from about that era, like 1000, until like, I think it was like the late 1500s or early 1600s.
Okay. So.
And they were incredible, Mark. Like I had such a hard job. Okay. Hard life. I had to like go through all of them, or not all of them, but like
enough of them.
Enough of them. It was like something like 200 of them. Like open up the manuscript, go, because you had to prepare it for digitization and stuff. So I had to go page by page and doing stuff. But I got to like see all of these like incredible manuscripts, and they were so cool. They people would draw like little crazy doodles in the margins.
So these are the people who were writing the manuscripts, and they're also doodling on the sides too?
A little bit of that, and probably like other people that owned it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Like I found one that had like
highlighting them with a highlighter for text.
Yeah, they do like this hand that points towards text. Yeah, like read this part. Like
read this.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I found one that like had this this child wrote in it, in this gorgeous medieval manuscript. He wrote like it was something like really naughty. It was like, my sister's so stupid I can't stand her.
Oh, jeez. They even thought that back then, huh?
Yeah, and all these beautiful illustrations in it, like all hand done. I mean, it was incredible.
Wow. So after you left there, then you came up to the Institute of Jazz Studies. What made you come up here? Love of jazz, love of Vincent Pilot, love of Rutgers University?
All of that.
Yeah, all of that. Was it something it was brought to your attention, or were you looking into a move?
Yeah, I was a little bit looking into a move, and I happened to come across it, and I was like, oh, should I apply? Should I not? And then I was like, well, I won't lose anything. I won't lose anything by applying. So I just went ahead and applied for it, and I was probably like, oh, I'll never hear from them again. They'll never contact me.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. So I was like, what are the chances? And I was so happy when they did.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but like I'm obviously not a jazz historian like Vinny or anything. I'm not at all.
I was going to get into that.
But I love jazz, and back in Philly, I used to do a lot of dancing to jazz.
Oh, okay.
It's this dance called Balboa. BAL.
BOA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a swing era dance, and it's not like wildly popular, but it's like kind of a niche dance, I guess.
Can we look it up on like YouTube, and will there be like demonstrate? All right, is it like a jitterbug or something, or is it like is it how recent?
So it was developed or like invented, or whatever the word you want to call it, in California, Balboa, California. That's where the name comes from, and it's danced in pairs. And the legend goes that people would want to, like, Lindy Hop and Jitterbug and all that
Mm-hmm.
in these California ballrooms, but the place would be packed and there wasn't a lot of space on the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a dance that's done like in close, like a close embrace
Yeah.
instead of far away. And they did that so they could pack more people into the.
I jump ahead to the 70s. I think that's maybe how in new wave and punk rock the pogo started, because it was so crowded. People would just jump up and down in one spot, and that was the pogo. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. So, excuse me. So the Balboa, and you've done some of this dancing?
yeah. It's super fun. It's done to like fast music, fast jazz. Yeah. There's in Philly, there's like a group of, like, an organization that does like social dances, that organizes social dances. So I started with that, and they give lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And right before I left Philly, I was teaching like a couple classes.
Oh, okay. So you're a good teacher.
I hope so.
Okay.
I don't know. Just ask them.
Because I'm going to take you up on it, because I relate this story to some friends sometimes. I've always wanted to learn how to jitterbug. And I had a friend at a previous job within Rutgers who was a jitterbug fanatic, or she was good at it, and she always promised me that she would give me jitterbug lessons. One thing led to another. I left the position. She has unfortunately since passed away, so I never got my jitterbug lessons. My next one to go to with Angela, who I'm sure you know is a dancer also.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been asking Angela for dance lessons. I'm going to now ask you formally for Balboa lessons. Okay. As soon as we can get back, and as soon as we can get within 6 feet of each other, a little bit closer, maybe, because you do say it's a close embrace, But I'm going to hold you to that. Okay. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know what I can offer in return, but just probably an afternoon at McGovern's or something like that. But yeah, and so you get to Rutgers, you get to the Institute of Jazz Studies. You're there for 6 weeks, and they go home. How is it working from home now? I mean, or you were working from home for 4 months, I think. I assume, right? You came back in late July.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was that?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It was a bit of a shock, like, just getting here. You're all excited. You're like, yes, I love this. I'm ready to go. I'm so excited to be here.
Right.
I love meeting everybody. And then now they're like, there's a pandemic.
Did you ever think we would be living through a pandemic in this day and age? No. It's just impossible to really fathom, to really comprehend. I mean, yeah, we've lived through 9/11. Yeah, we've lived through other diseases, AIDS, HIV, Ebola, and all that kind of stuff, but nothing really this crazed that it shuts down the entire economy, shuts down the entire, school systems, shuts down everything, shuts down airport travels almost, airline travels.
Yeah.
But we're all getting back, hopefully, eventually. And you've been back now since July.
Yeah. So after they shut down, Rutgers shut down and everything. This is part of the reason why my apartment still is empty. It's so sad. I went to my brother's house.
You went where?
To my brother's house.
Okay.
He lives near the shore.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stayed there because I just didn't want to, I was in a new city and
right.
And all the stress. So I was over there for most of the time, and that was really great. Because where he lives is pretty quiet, so you go for like long walks.
Mm-hmm.
He has a little cat, so you can hang out with the cat.
Okay. You a cat person or a dog person?
I think I'm okay with either one. I think though I am more, I don't know, maybe I'm slightly more cat than
Okay.
dog.
Well, your dog would have lots of room to run around in your apartment right now, I see. um,
Which one do you like, cat or dog?
uh, uh, well, right now I'm a dog person. I'm a two dog person, actually. And we just got ourselves a new sheepadoodle. And a sheepadoodle is an old English sheepdog and a standard poodle mix. Supposedly very intelligent. He's not being very intelligent these days. He's 5 months old and he's already 45 pounds. We expect that he's going to probably double that weight by the end of the year or so. So we have him. That's Simon, our new guy. I just picked him up. That's the best thing that's actually happened to us this year, as far as this whole COVID thing goes, was the addition of our new dog. And we've had Charlotte, our other Labradoodle, for about 7 years or so. And the two of them do not get along. Well, Charlotte does not get along with Simon. Let's put it that way. And it's unfortunate. We still can't get the two of them together in the same room without Charlotte growling, without Charlotte, trying to be the dominant one. Well, she is the dominant one, but he doesn't understand that yet. He just wants to play. So.
Well, that, like, I guess as the other one grows, it'll kind of change, or?
As the other one grows, he'll calm down. As the other one grows, he'll probably figure it out that she doesn't want to be bothered. I really shouldn't bother her because she's the dominant one. But she either needs to go for some behavioral lessons, or he needs to go for some puppy training lessons. So that's all. That's all going to be coming up soon, and I think I'm going to have plenty of time to do that because I don't know when we're going to be going back. I've been going back. I've seen you at the library a couple of days, in the short times, in the few days that I've been back, and those few days have been over the past 6 months. It's not consistent for me. So,
Is that like really not disruptive, but does that like throw off your routine, or do you like that because it breaks it up?
Yes and no. I do like being out. I do like seeing people. I do like going back to work to have a place to go. Because right now I can work from here. I can work from downstairs and the office that my wife is in. Right now, I can go outside and take it outside on, but you get a lot of distractions when you're home. A lot of distractions, and the internet and Wi-Fi is not as strong or dependable as it is at work. So,
Yeah.
I've just had a big problem with my cable/internet/phone company, which went on for the past 3 weeks, which I don't want to get into right now because it's all over right now. So, but so when what do you do in your home on your weekends, on your downtime? You're not working at Rutgers. I guess you have your family you can visit. You say your brother's close by?
Yeah, I'm lucky. I have family close by in New Jersey. I have my parents. It's a typical Italian family. So like we're like my brother lives in the same town as my parents. I'm not too far away. My sister's in PA in Pennsylvania, but which is not that far. So that's really great. I think it would be harder for me, like if I had just moved to like a new job and it was like hours away.
Yeah.
I
But
think that's hard, but that's really great. I've also been, because of the pandemic, you're also like limited, but been walking around a little bit around Newark and kind of getting to know the area. Walking around the Ironbound section, which is really nice, with the Portuguese and the Spanish section.
Oh yeah, yeah. My dad grew up in that area, and I had grandparents in there up until the late '70s or so. But I still know the area, and the restaurants are absolutely phenomenal. And the food is absolutely phenomenal down there too, and lots of friendly people, very friendly people. I found. But
Yeah, Four Nose is fantastic, that restaurant.
oh yes, yes. See, that's where we need to go, and that's a place where of celebration. Whether somebody comes in or somebody leaves the university, you can always be assured that there's going to be some kind of dinner or some kind of gathering at Four Nose. Four Nose is the place. I love that place, and for those of you who don't know, Four Nose is a wonderful Portuguese restaurant on the Ironbound section of Newark off Ferry Street, I believe it is.
I think so, yeah.
Wonderful seafood, humongous steaks, it's and the sangria, all the sangria. Just go in there and say, just bring me more sangria. More sangria, sir? Yes, more sangria. That's the way it is. So have you been able to get out to some of the restaurants lately? Now that they're opening up a little bit.
For right now, like I'm kind of staying away at the moment.
Yeah.
Like different people have different comfort levels, but yeah, I'm kind of staying away a little bit at the moment. But it's kind of nice to walk around. I do see like lots. They have the outside dining, doing that. So it's like good to see like more people around.
Yeah, it's good to see that it's starting to come back gradually. It's not like it was, and I really don't know when we'll be able to see crowds of people again. And nobody says, "Oh, can you believe all this crowd?" No, they'll be saying it in a positive way. Look at this crowd, this is great, as opposed to look at this crowd, there's nobody wearing masks, they're all gathered too closely together. I don't know when that will be, but I'm looking forward to that again. Caught me off guard for a second here. That's okay. So let's go back to IJS, and you're working. When you are working from home or when you're working at IJS, you're getting requests from people. I mean, how is that working out? They call on the phones, or give us a run through. I call up and I just say I'd like to speak to Diane, and I need some information on Balboa dancing.
Yeah. So. Well, first I'd like to say that I am definitely not a work from home, like a person, right?
Okay.
I like better being, like, I'm like you, I like being at the office.
Yeah.
To go to. But, so for right now, to answer your question, yeah, the Institute is still closed. Like researchers can't come in yet because of the pandemic. So, but what we're doing is we're scanning materials. So if you're looking for, we just had somebody looking for like research materials. I think his name was Sammy Dyer. I think his name was. It was a dancer. 20s and 30s. So if you're looking for research on that, we'll get it for you. We'll scan it. And then we'll send you like a link. We'll send you the digital files.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're kind of doing that from now. So like distance research. Is that a word?
Yeah, sure it is. It works. I know it would work for me. I mean, I personally prefer to have the actual manuscript or book or reference right there in front of me. But if it's something that I couldn't access other than digitally, I mean, I'd be more than happy to, get it the way that you're offering it. And, then once it's on my end, I can print it out if I want to read it that way. and use it. So
It was kind of a good solution because you can't have people come in, but
yeah,
you still want to be helping people out with their research.
yeah,
Obviously there's, a limit to how much stuff we can scan because,
yeah.
we're only human, but,
That's true. And that's one of the unfortunate things these days. We're only human, so we're the ones that can contract the diseases and so forth.
yeah.
Um,
So that's what we've been kind of up to, like trying to still be able to help out our researchers so we can answer them like via phone, email,
mhm.
anyway, smoke signals.
How do people go about contacting you? Through emails? What's your contact information?
Yeah, if you go to the Rutgers Library's website and you go to IGS, there's a button for you to click to chat with a librarian, and you can go through that and get in touch with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's a good way for people to get in touch with you. We're going to hope that you're once this recording is all done, that you'll possibly share it with your friends and put it on the IGS website. Hashtag undisclosed locations, and find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram. No, I don't know if we're on Instagram yet, but we got a lot of YouTube videos and so forth, which it's another thing I'm missing a lot of is the IJS Clemens Place and the place to go for jazz in Newark. And you haven't even really had a chance to experience any of that, have you yet?
During my first week here, I went to Clement's place. Who was it that was performing? I can't remember his name, of course. Oh, the xylophone.
Stefan Harris.
Stefan Harris.
Yes.
That was absolutely awesome.
And it's every time you go back and go, I didn't think it could get any better than last week or, the week before or anything like that. And these musicians just keep coming back. They are phenomenal musicians. If anyone's interested in it, it's Clemens Place. We don't know when it will be coming back. We hopefully hope that it's going to be coming back soon. Obviously, the capacity of the room is going to be cut down quite a bit. But if you do get a chance, it's at 15 Washington Street. Right at the heart of Newark, across from Washington Park, next to the Newark Public Library. Diane, I really do hope that you get out there, when it does open, that you get out there and see a lot more of it, because me not being a jazz person at all, and having been exposed to it over the past 10 years or so, I just found it, the musicians are phenomenal musicians. They're absolutely the most friendliest of people. You can sit there and talk with them all night. They don't have to play a note, and they have so many great stories to tell. And I hope you get a chance to get out there and enjoy some of that. With us, with everybody, from IJS and at Rutgers. It's a real joy to do that. Diane, I think we're coming to a close here. I do want to say thank you very, very much.
Thank you for putting this together.
Yeah, it's something that we figured we'd try, and it took a couple of months or so to get it going. And now that we have some kind of format going, we're gonna speed things up a little bit and try to pump these out at least on a more weekly basis. But again, thanks very much, Diane. Stay safe. Keep your masks on. Wear them properly, everybody. All right, Diane. We'll talk to you real soon. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that's our show for today. Please be sure to join us on future podcasts. Check out Undisclosed Locations on the web at #undisclosedlocations. On Facebook and YouTube, email us at papiani@rutgers.edu. Share and like us all over the place and tell everyone you know. Thanks again, and we'll talk with you another time from another undisclosed location.